Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode of Nile Cruise. It's a new episode. I'm joined with my colleague Ahmed Nader. I have the pleasure to be with him in today's very special edition of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have you today a very stuffed episode of Nile Cruise. Hope you enjoy being with us as much as we. And the rest you have Ahmed.
Hello Rana, good
Hello,
evening. I'm really honored to be with you here
Ahmed.
today. Thank you very much for such a beautiful introduction. Today we'll be talking more about the recent political developments in Egypt, about President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's recent activities in the past week. We'll be talking more about the World Economic Forum on the Middle East and North Africa, and we'll be talking more about the students' activities in the past year and the cabinet model organized in the Faculty of Economics and Political Science, of course, in many different segments, and of course we have the art segment as well, Rana.
Ahmed, now we have with us the winners, and Rasha Madi. We leave you and we'll be back in a short break with our different segments of Nile Cruise, joined with Ahmed Nader, and hope you enjoyed being with us today as much as we do, and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to a new segment of Cruise Quiz, in which we visit the most important and popular Egyptian sites and we ask its visitors questions about it. Today we're coming to you from the Egyptian Museum of Antiquities. Do you remember the plants which symbolize Upper and Lower Egypt? What are they?
Well, I do not know, but I should imagine it's the palm trees.
No.
No, I don't know. Sorry.
Upper Low Egypt, the papyrus maybe.
The papyrus, and the other one is?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Name of them?
The plants?
Yeah, there were two plants, one for Upper Egypt and one for Lower Egypt. Do you recall the names of these plants?
I don't remember the plants. Lotus
Lotus.
and papyrus. Lotus?
Well, that's one. Do you recall
Papyrus is the second.
the second? Perfect, that's good. What about the symbol, a plant which symbolizes two plants, one for Upper Egypt and the second for Lower Egypt?
That would be the palm and the lotus.
Well, one is correct, the other is incorrect.
I got that.
But yes, perfect. So in between of you, you've won.
Two questions.
Yeah, you've got the lotus and papyrus, and you've got Tutankhamun. Yeah, yeah. So you're yes.
Papyrus and lotus.
Perfect. The ancient Egyptian looked upon their land as two parts, Upper Egypt, which is the south, and Lower Egypt, which is the north. And each area had its own symbols. So the sacred plant of the north was the papyrus plant, which is the tall plant in the middle of the fountain behind me. The sacred plant of the south was the lotus flower or the water lily, which is right now actually only part of its leaves is visible right now, floating on the surface of the fountain. Who unified Egypt for the first time?
Ramses.
Wrong. No. No.
Ramses, no. Wrong.
Wrong.
No, sorry. Oh dear, I'm not good at history. No, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Do you remember or know who was the king who united Egypt for the first time?
Narmer is, yes, Narmer.
Yeah, that's him. Menes or Narmer. To him belongs this slate palette, which dates back to 2960 BC. We call it Dynasty 0. We tend to believe that Narmer or Mina is the one who united Upper and Lower Egypt for the first time. This slab of stone has two sides, and on it we have register. Each register has or mentions things like the title of the name of the king, like here in the upper register with the cow goddess Hathor flanking it to protect it. Then we have the king with the crown of Upper Egypt, smiting and controlling the enemies of the north, with a symbol of the chieftain of the enemy with papyrus plants on the back to symbolize the numbers. It's as if to say that the king conquered 6,000 people, and then we have him under his feet, two enemies in a fleeing position. On the other side we have others. Name of the king also flanked by the goddess Hathor, and her ancient name at that time was Bat. And then we have the king going to the temple to celebrate his victory. After that we have two animals. They are lions with serpent heads, and they are being prevented from fighting to symbolize the unification of Egypt. And the fourth register on the other side is of the king as a bull, and he's destroying the fortress of the enemies. Actually, this is one of the oldest documentation of the unification of Egypt. First time ever, 2960 BC. In this, we looked at some of the unique artifacts exhibited here at the Egyptian Museum of Antiquities, and I've asked the visitors some of the questions like when was the museum inaugurated, to whom belongs the idea of the construction of the museum, and many other questions about the artifacts exhibited here. And by this we come to an end of this segment of Cruise Quiz. Until next week, it's goodbye.